Alright, some quick background information. Firstly, I switched to Roux about 7 months ago, and previously with CFOP I used to average high 16 and low 17s, and right now I currently average sub 15 and sub 14 every now and then. Now, by no means is that fast, but I think this video could at least serve as a baseline or like a little kick in the butt for those who are thinking about transitioning. And also, as a prerequisite, you need to at least know how the method works. If you don't, just go watch some tutorial on YouTube, then come back to this video. The one that I personally recommend is by Kian, but all you kids are probably just gonna go watch J-Perm anyways, so, you know, just choose whatever one you like to watch. Step 0 is commit. You really have to sit your ass down in front of the mirror and ask, do I really want to switch to Roux? And also probably spend even more time practicing OH? If the answer to that is no, then you're better off just practicing clock or something else. Before I fully switched to Roux, I kind of would just like do a little bit of Roux solves and do CFOP and then do Roux, and would just switch around between those two. And that is actually a terrible way of going at this. In my opinion, when you're doing this, it makes the improvement for both methods held down drastically. Now, of course, you can still play around with different methods, but I think you should just quickly sit down and then choose one, then focus on that one a lot more than the other, as opposed to trying to get good at both methods at the same time. In my opinion, doing that just causes a lot of time to just be wasted. So if you really want to switch to Roux, then just cut out CFOP completely. Just only do Roux solves and then practice with that method. Stop trying to like switch back and then say, oh, I'm method neutral, because that's just bullshit most of the time. Get good finger tricks. One-handed in general already requires a lot of weird finger tricks, and with Roux the story becomes even more of a shit show. There are just so many weird finger tricks that you can learn, and I will leave some links in the description for some basic finger tricks, as well as some more rather disgusting ones. Develop a Roux mindset. Roux has a lot more freedom than CFOP does, especially during the block building stage. By not being restricted to a cross on the bottom, it opens up the whole M slice. And this is where the big change happens. As a rule of thumb, Roux solves doesn't involve any rotations, and with the M slice freed up, instead of rotating to solve some F2L pairs, just get good and start using some M moves. And here are some basic examples that are seen pretty often. Alright, so starting out with the most basic case, instead of rotating and then inserting the pair, what you could do is just wide R, U, wide R prime. Now, a very common pair that generally takes a lot of moves for CFOP is this pair as your last pair. You might do something like this or something like that. I don't know. But with CFOP, what you can do is use the idea of hiding an edge, moving the corner next to the hidden edge, then move it back. In action, it would be like hiding this edge with the M slice. Then my U layer is then freed up. I would move this corner next to the hidden edge where it would later move back up, and then insert the pair. A lot of cases uses that fundamental idea of hiding the edge, then moving the corner, and then unhiding the edge to pair up the pair. So this is the exact same thing. Instead of doing something like that, what you can do is hiding this edge, move this corner here, move the edge back, then you have it paired up, then just insert it. Now, but what if you have a case with the white sticker facing up? Using the same idea won't really work, since the white sticker would always be facing up. Hiding the edge and then moving the edge back up won't really do anything. What you could do here is using the M slice to change the EO of this edge. So here I would do an M prime, then you can just solve it like a normal F2O pair. Alright, now what if the EO is correct, but the case just takes a lot of moves to do? This is where I would say a new idea kind of applies. You have to find a way to get this edge onto the bottom while also flipping this corner. So what do I mean? Here in this specific case, you could just do R, U2, R prime. Then you will see the white corner is no longer facing up and the edge is also on the bottom layer. Then you could just pair it up like this, then inserting it. Also, just as another general rule, is to please Finish your first block, then do your second block. A lot of people who are just switching to Roux likes to do some free flop bullshit, and that just doesn't work out and it slows you down most of the time. Learn full CMLL. There isn't too much to be said here. Just stop being a lazy little bitch and learn it. Stop trying to half-ass it using some CLLs or some COLs that you know. Just actually learn the algorithms. It will save a lot of time. This is something that I didn't do. I thought that I could just scuff my way out of it by using COL. No, CML saves a lot of time. I think the best one out there is the spreadsheet done by Antonio Cam. I don't know. I'll leave the link for it in the description of the video. Become dual color neutral. There's also not too much to be said here. Only having one color choice is simply not enough. If you don't know what dual color neutral is, it's basically using the opposite color of what you're used to as your new bottom color. As an example, if your normal color is white, then the opposite color would just be yellow. Having two colors opens up a lot more freedom in your solves, going from 8 pickup positions to 16, and that is just a whole lot more choices. Get good at LSE. Please, for the love of God, stop just fucking randomly spamming M and U moves. Think about what you're doing, track your UR and UL edges when doing EO. Also, you can learn some basic EOLRs, and one I personally used a lot was ELG trainers, which really helped with reducing my move count in that stage. Practice inspection. This, in my opinion, is one of, if not the most important stage in a Roux solve. In CFOP, all you really have to do is find 4 cross pieces, think of some random ass solution, then execute that solution. On Roux, the process is more or less the same, but I like to think of it as on steroids. Instead of 4, the standard is 1 block, which is 6 pieces that you would have to find and plan out all during your inspection time. Please practice the hell out of this step. Turn off inspection, try to first plan a block while tracing the other 2 pieces, then slowly move on to planning just the whole first block. I will leave a video link for some tips at getting started in this step. Watch Kian Mansour. Don't question it, just do it. His YouTube channel is like a Roux library. Literally, watch everything from example solves to some other random practice plan bullshit. Just watch it and you will improve. Now, lastly, as a little bonus, obviously, practice. You have all heard of this before, but it's true. Don't misunderstand this saying, just doing solves doesn't help at all. It does, it's just that until a certain point, it will stop working. In my opinion, by doing all of the previous things said in this video, you should be able to at least get down to sub 17 or the sub 16 range. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Okay, bye.